Why don't we just remove the flag on a trial basis and see how it works out? We let him know that this is going to be a trial basis removal. And just to let you know, he started recording you, so he's recording you now. I said if we can lift it under a certain type of conditional type of lift and says, okay, Mr. Brown-X, you know, if you're saying that the flag was interfering with your case, we'll lift it to see how that works out. But as soon as we find out that the behavior or the disruption continues, the recording continues, then we'll impose the flag back on. And he's willing to make that agreement.
So wait a second. You say if the recording continues.
Well, you say you don't want to record.
I don't want to record, but I have to record.
But
you can't tell me. Wait, you can't tell me that you're not going to tell no lies overnight. You're not going to give me no reason.
Well, give us the opportunity.
Overnight.
Give us the opportunity to try to work it.
I've given the VA 1,000 opportunities. The VA.
We got to compromise. If we lift the flag,
give me something. Don't.
Yeah, we lift the flag.
Stop asking me to give.
The flag.
Stop asking me to give when you ain't giving nothing.
We lift the flag, and then we're going to start working together to get the services you need.
Okay, you lift the flag. That doesn't mean overnight.
It's not going to happen overnight.
Okay,
it's going to take time, but you got to give me a commitment that you're going to allow me to help you to resolve issues without you going up there and disrupting, you know. So things ain't going well, you get a hold of him, all right?
Wait. And then now, I expect you people to do something about your people fast. I don't expect it overnight, but I expect it fast.
We do.
Because wait. Because I came in here with this recording, and you people. You told me no. You prevented me from recording when I first got here. You prevented me. You denied me my rights. Then once we established that it was right, you people still haven't notified all of your employees. So when you still have employees that call and they report that he's recording, then you still have employees violating my rights.
So
you still have employees that are subjecting me to trauma by calling the police.
Okay.
To resolve an issue that shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, stop. So you got a perception that we haven't notified everybody. We have notified her because he came out. We have a way to communicate with everyone here. Now, every individual speaks for their own actions. If I make a mistake, I can speak for myself. Anyone that tries to prevent from recording, for stopping you, they're wrong. We all understand they're wrong. So no, it's not going to change overnight. But all I'm asking you to do is to work with us so we can resolve issues that are not going well for you. And I mean, I don't know if Dr. SLAIKEU will be able to or willing to lift your flag, but under certain conditions, that's my recommendation, that you have to agree to the conditions that we're going to work as a team to get things done for you.
Okay. Now, is it unreasonable to ask that when we find that these people are going against the mandate or violating my rights by calling the police, that we're going to do something about it?
We will.
Immediately. Not like, hey, it's an investigation and all this.
It is reasonable.
Smoke screen.
It is reasonable.
You know, rigmarole.
It is reasonable.
Lying.
It is reasonable. We'll take care of it right away. We'll always take care of it. If it comes to my attention, if you take it upon yourself, no. Because it goes in 20 different directions. If you bring it to my attention, I'll direct it immediately to where it needs to go.
Now, everybody is in a I guess they're bothered by me going upstairs. Yeah. The only reason I go up there is because you got stuff like this. If you wait a second. Reaction to the action. So I went upstairs. I didn't go upstairs because I had nothing better to do. I went upstairs because nothing was being done. Nothing is being done. I don't care what nobody says. If something was being done, I would not be still dealing with the same problems every day. Every time I go to the VA, it's something. It's one thing or another. They find one reason to complain about something.
Did you feel something was done today?
Do I feel like something? Hell no.
You don't think that the police came and took your report?
Hell no.
There was nothing happening.
I don't feel like they're gonna do nothing.
Then
No,
I
don't.
can't work with you then. If you don't think that police officer admitted to not taking you serious before and now is and is investigated, and you don't think that's a little bit for you, then we got bigger problems.
He only said that because he's in front of you and in front of the other guy.
No, they don't work for me.
They don't.
I'm just a patient advocate. They don't work for me. I can't tell a police officer what to do. So if I can get you to understand and realize that we had a big step in the right direction, and you're gonna think
Okay, wait a
that
second. So I'm supposed to just not overnight.
No.
Within hours, I'm just supposed to. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Oh, hey, I can give I wholeheartedly trust them because they just shown me like that.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking for a little bit. I'm asking for this much. Today, that police officer, and he was a bigger man.
I was the first one to say that.
Yes, you were.
Wasn't I the first one to say that?
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Yeah,
You were
the first one to say that.
Okay, then all I'm saying, I asked you a simple question. Do you think we got somewhere today?
I mean, and honestly, I don't feel that.
Okay.
I'm not. And listen. I'm not saying that nothing can happen.
Okay. So then
just him saying that.
You don't
that's
feel
not
it.
enough for me. That's not enough for me.
That's reasonable.
I've done. Look,
That's
you can't
reasonable.
pile. You can't
That's
pile.
reasonable. Let me ask you this.
Wait. Just a second. Just as an example, you can't pile the stuff up 10 feet high and then take one item off, and then expect the person to feel relief.
Okay. Reasonable. Let me ask you one question then. Once the police report comes out, he said it'll take him 2 to 3 days to get it done. Based on the findings of what he saw, because I think he saw enough when he saw your video. Based on those findings, and he comes back and nothing was founded on both sides or on your side, would that be a little bit?
No, I mean,
we're trying to move in the right direction. We can't keep living the past. We got to move forward from today forward.
Okay, wait a second.
This is your first time to have the opportunity to speak to someone that can make the difference.
We can't. What's the past?
The past has been, like you mentioned it. I'm not going to get into details.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I didn't bring it up.
The flag that's been interrupting what you feel has been interrupting the way people interact with you. You've been stigmatized. You've been denied. Police gets called whenever you go to an appointment. You get anxiety whenever the police. Let's move forward. That's what I'm saying. We got to move forward from here. So I got it. It's not going to happen overnight, but we got to move forward.
And like I tell you, you people put the flag in place. I didn't put that flag there. You people are the ones that are treating me bad. You people are the ones you're in control of all of this. So my reactions are based off of your actions. If you want me to change, then you have to change first. Why is that so hard to see?
Well, am I back in this conversation now? I've been waiting for an opportunity to speak. Just now the time?
Sure.
All right, so let me just tell you what I'm hearing so far. I hear 3 topics on the table, and they've all gotten jumbled up here. But one is the recording, which you said is a small issue because that's not the main point. The second is the lies. And you've got a long history of lies that you feel have not been addressed. And the third is the flag. The third is the flag and the police presence. Those are 3 topics. One is the recordings, one is the long list of lies, and the third is the flag. Now, they're linked. And I believe we can untangle them. And I want to ask you a couple questions, though, but I don't want to start us all off where we were a few minutes ago. I just want to get a few simple answers to this. You've dealt with a number of patient advocates like Gabriel. There's another person's name that I saw popped up, which is Jaime. Is that his name, your colleague?
Yes, sir. That's me.
Let's just get up there now.
Is that Jaime's in the room?
Yes, sir. Right
How
here.
about that bingo? Here, I will grab a name here, you're there. I didn't know that. So, Mr. Brodnick, how many patient advocates have you been dealing with here besides these 2?
I mean, I started out with the Kathy Sanders in Waco, and when I present, these things to her, and
That's 3 so far. Gabriel, Kathy, and Jaime, right?
Yes.
No, he's dealt with Tandy and he's dealt with Anthony.
Okay?
So we got Pat's R
I'm
for,
gonna try to think of this from your point of view, Mr. Bronick, if I'm in your shoes, okay? If I'm in your shoes and I got a list of lines, I'd be very, very frustrated if there's no action on those lines. Now, I know a little bit about this because I talk to veterans who, when they get to the director's office, they come to me. Okay, I've got one guy right now, this poor guy, he's been to the White House, he's been to the senator, he's been to the secretary, got no satisfaction. Okay, all these top places got nothing. We finally got down around to me. And he only came to me because it's by accident. He made a phone call, the director's office called, and he got it. But I became his single, one point of contact. And we started right from ground one. And I went to the people who had not given him what he needed from the very, very beginning. And we worked from there to the next one, to the next one. We're still doing it, but we're making real progress. But we've got one point of contact, it's me. And his life is simpler. And I talk to him regularly. I call him, I say, what's going on? He says, and I say, well, I need to give me the 3 days, and I'm going to bug him again. And he gives me 3 days, and we're cooperating. This one guy and me, I'm his one point of contact. Now, I've got an idea. These patient advocates are good people. I lost the video. But I'm wondering, I'm just thinking out loud here now, of a solution that we could look at here. Can you hear me okay?
Okay.
yes,
Okay, good. Here's what I'd like to suggest. I suggest that maybe one of these patient advocates be your point of contact. And I mentioned Jaime because I was surprised to be able to hear you were involved in it, but I was talking to somebody else where Jaime's name came up, so that's why I said it's pretty interesting that you're in the room. I don't care who it is, but one point of contact. And one thing you do is with that patient advocate, let that person work your list. The way I'm working the list with this other guy. And that means you take every single situation that comes up, and you say, we're not going to resolve everything overnight, but we're taking one at a time and make sure we talk to these people and say, well, what about this? And try to get a resolution for you. The kind of resolution I'm talking about, when someone's lying, you want them to acknowledge that they lied, or acknowledge that it was wrong, or acknowledge at least some miscommunication, at least that. Sometimes apologize. Sometimes apologize and agree to do something new. Okay, those are the kinds of things I'm looking for when you say work, when I say work the list. Well, it looks like I lost the video again. Can you guys hear me? There it is.
yes.
Okay, so my suggestion is one point of contact to work these lies. And I say lies because that's your term, not mine, but I'm going to use your term. It's the term that you believe that they've lied to you, so you work that list. That's one thing. Second thing is, if you get one guy working that list for you, maybe, and you'll have to tell me if you can do this, but maybe you can say, for a time, I will not record, but I'm going to do this. After every situation that comes up at the beginning, the next minute, it looks like a lie. I'm going to write it down and put the date on it, and I'm going to give it to my point of contact. Hey, this is my sponsor, but please hear me out, sir, okay? Please hear me out. You realize I'm not going to tell you anything that's brand new here, but I will maybe be able to package it in a different way than you've ever done before. So, for example, if Jaime is my point of contact, and you go in to see somebody tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and you say, this is the same old, you just be as respectful as you can to that person, and you first chance you make a note, say, this is the date, 10:05, this is what she said, what I said, it's wrong. And you give that to Jaime, and say, here's another one for you, sir, add this to your list. And you see somebody else on Monday, same thing. Now, if something good happens, you can record that for him as well. But you let the record, you let the paper trail that you give to Jaime, directly to Jaime, be your record of this thing, not the video. Just for a time. Now, here's what I think could happen if you did that. If you did that for a time, it might ease things up with staff. And I'd say, okay, get them scratching their head about what's going on? He's not recording anymore. I wonder what that is. And you can say, hey, I talked to this guy, and I decided to give my stuff to Jaime, and Jaime's going to record this thing, but I'm not recording now for a while. Okay? So that would be something you could do. So something Jaime could do in front of
I tried that already. Don't work.
Now, may I finish? One last thing. I can't just myself take any flag away, but I got that committee, and I can go to that flag, and I can advocate for you based on what new things are happening. I can do that. Now, they met today, and I'm going to tell you their view today was that there should be more police presence, not less, but they should be something that you should initiate, not the staff. They have the staff calling the cops every time. That doesn't work. But then when you check in, you have someone there so that if you have a police presence when you are over there, that's another option right now. Then you don't need to record it because the police are going to see it. Let me pause here for a minute and ask you how you feel about that idea of one point of contact. How do you feel about that idea? The thing that you tell their lies.
Excuse me? How do I feel about one person handling the lies?
One person being your point of contact for working the list, not five.
I mean, whichever you think is going to work.
All right.
Because I've tried one, I've tried two, I've tried everything, and I don't see nothing work.
I think that could be a very, very good thing because I've seen it work elsewhere. Because when you get scattered all over the place, you get no satisfaction. Too many people working, too many topics. It's just not. That's one thing. So one point of contact. Second thing, what do you think about this idea for a time? For a time, do not record, but instead keep notes. Those notes are as good as any legal proceeding.
You're asking a question?
They work.
He's going to go with you anyway. He's going to go to
You're asking a question.
Pardon me?
You asked a question?
Yeah, I asked you a question. How do you feel about the idea of...
I've already tried that. It doesn't work.
Pardon me?
I've already tried that. It doesn't work.
Well, let me slow down. I told you I'm not going to tell you anything that you've never tried. It maybe didn't work in the past. In the past, tell me what didn't work about that. What didn't work about taking notes in the past?
I didn't record, and they kept abusing me.
All right, but you didn't have a point of contact to take all those notes, did you?
No.
No, so that's new, but I'm talking about it brand new. Just take Jaime, for example. If Jaime's got the list of his things, maybe he's got maybe 20 things that were big lies you want to get answers on. And then you say, Jaime, my deal is I'm going to give you my notes on anything new that happens like that. Then you've got Jaime to take it to. That's different than the past, what you did in the past. It's a brand new deal. Now you're shaking your head like you maybe don't think that can go anywhere, but I only just said this would be a part of a package deal for a time. For a time. See, here's what I'm thinking about from your point of view. And again, if you just stay with me on this, all right? Please.
Okay, wait a minute. I know what you're asking. What are you offering?
I'm coming to that. I'm proposing something to you. I'm proposing, not asking. I'm proposing. You're a smart guy, so am I. And so is Jaime, so is Gabriel. Put our heads on it now. Proposing that you have something you've never had before, one point of contact with the list of lies. You told me that the list of the lies is the one main thing. So I'm going right to your deal because the proceed what you believe are lies is the main thing I'm saying. On that one, let's give you one point of contact. Second, I'm proposing that you say, okay, for a time, I'm going to do the take notes and give them the Jaime model instead of video recording, which is intimidating to people. They don't like it.
So?
Just for a time.
I don't care. I don't care that they don't like what, sir, you want me to cater to their feelings when they have shown total disdain for my health care, for my well-being. They show me that they don't care whether I live or die, but I'm supposed to care about their feelings about being on a record, on a film, on a video. That doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm not talking about your feelings, okay? I'm telling you, I'm trying to help you work this out. So that was a proposal. You don't like that idea, but let's come back to you. That's something that still has merit. Hope to think about it. The third thing is the flag. The flag and the police presence. Now that's the part I can take to the committee and see what they want to do. But it's a lot stronger case if I show them that there's some plan in place. Now right now the committee is aligned that they want to have a police presence for you when you're there to remove all the stuff of staff always calls the police. You can take that can be off the table. And I can take that to that when we meet again, based on this conversation. But the other two parts are a part of, I think, something that can be done voluntarily, separate from whatever the police presence is. Here's another thought for you. You don't have to figure this out right this second.
If your police presence is based on me exercising the constitutional right, then your police presence is that's draconian. You that's like you're gonna chastise me for breathing, because that's a I mean that's natural. You know, so I mean, so you go from the rights to nature. I mean, how far does it go?
No one's interfering with your rights. We're trying to work it out so that you can have a cooperative relationship with the healthcare providers and the healthcare. That's all it is. That's the whole purpose of this.
If they call the police because I'm recording, then they're trying to interfere with my rights. They're trying to prevent me from exercising my rights. That's a federal offense. And then when they call the police, they're enlisting other people into this crime. They're using the police. They're using the police to perpetrate this crime.
The VA has the right to make adjustments in what's called the manner, the timing, and the place of delivery of care. They have the right to do that.
Okay, sir.
So, and that means
Make
they have the
excuses
right.
if you want, because I see this thing is done. It sounds like you're making excuses.
No, I'm just trying to tell you what the statute says.
Okay. And the law says that if you're interfering with the person that's exercising their rights, that's a federal crime. So I mean, you can say what the statute says, but I'm pretty, or whatever your rule says, but I'm pretty sure that the law trumps whatever you guys got going on.
Okay, you can test that. You can test that by going to an attorney. Then you really can do that. Right? I'm not the guy that helps you with that. I'm the guy that helps you working it out with these people. That's right. And I want to be that for you. But I was getting ready to say that, you and I just met here, and this is a conversation where you maybe didn't expect to meet me, but you met Gabriel and Timmy, and then now I'm brought in on it. Let's just think about this over that. Let's talk again tomorrow, you and me. We'll get on the phone together. Are you in Temple right now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I won't be in Temple tomorrow, but I can do a phone call with you. We can talk on the phone. We can figure this out. I don't expect you have to figure this all out right this minute. I appreciate having met you today. I really do. And the crazy thing about meeting a guy like me is not to be talking about some things that may sound like you've heard before.
3:15.
But the deal is, I do believe there is some way to do it.
Hey, can you call the transportation and make sure the van hasn't left?
I don't have their number. I gotta go all the way across. there.
Okay, that's
He's
all good.
probably gonna miss his transportation. Can you go all the way, they're over, the van goes to
They
the
might
other
be.
entrance.
There's
They might
probably
What's your phone contact tomorrow? You want to get your phone contact?
The other entrance by the flag?
Yes.
I'm trying to understand. I mean, what's that about?
You don't have a deal right now. You said you're going to go get your transportation. So I'm saying you shouldn't have to rush it. So think about what I said overnight. We'll talk in the morning.
And just a continuation of the discussion for today.
You
And
and
I
me,
think
you and me.
that's reasonable, just you two.
You call my number.
I don't.
Mobile number, my personal number. You call me.
He's gonna give you his personal mobile number. Are you okay with that?
I don't.
Are you okay with that?
I'm still not getting it. I'm still not getting.
Well, I get it, man.
We're talking.
He's
We're going to
just
talk for
asking you
what?
he's thanking you to think about it overnight, and then you can discuss it further tomorrow. Tomorrow you can
Think
say,
about what?
what y'all discussed just now.
What I just said.
I mean, how I feel,
Yeah, and then you
and
can discuss.
and my decisions are not going to change.
Mr. Broadix, look at me, not Gabriel, because I'm the guy that needs this thing. I'm the guy that's supposed to be. Gabriel's just trying to help us. Here's the deal. I just gave you, there are three parts to this thing. One is the recording.